Good evening, vinyl community. North Carolina Vinyl Picker is on. It's Sunday night, and we got time for the show here tonight, and we're going to go run through a few things. And I wanted to go ahead and talk about my top 10 albums that I've found that are my most expensive albums, according to discogs. I'm going to go over, show you an album here that I've been listening to recently. A band called Tomorrow, and Steve Howe. First band. And that's the name of the album. That's the name of the band as well as the name of the album. So if you get a chance, give this a listen. If you like psych music, you need to get yourself some Tomorrow. They only made the one album, so as far as I know. And we're going to go over the top 10 albums, like I was just saying. And then 5 albums that Big Chief, or North Carolina Vinyl Picker is looking for. The top 5. The end of the year giveaway. We're going to talk a little bit about that. The giveaway is going to end in August. August is the time that I started making videos last year. So we got 5 months going up to August. And each month I'm going to be sending out a gift box to a lucky person. So keep an eye in your mailbox for that over the summer. Top 10 records. How about let's run through those real quick. So number 10 coming in. Axis Bold as Love, Jimi Hendrix, on the reprise. And I looked this one up and looked at the Dead Wax, and it came out to $37.49. So there you go. There's number 10 in my collection, as far as I know. This is as of last week, so I don't think it's changed too much. Coming in number 9 is Crime of the Century, and this is an original master recording. And I found this in a flea market, antique mall down in Hickory, North Carolina, and they had $25 on it. And I said, well, I already got a copy of this, but I think I'll take one like with the original master recording. And it comes in at $79.39. There's number 9. That's what most it's sold for. Now, the average price is probably somewhere around 40 or 50. But I paid a little bit less than that. So I picked it up. And I love Supertramp. And this is actually my favorite album of theirs. I do like the album after that, though. Crime of the Century. Prices. What prices? How about we talk about number 8? How about Fish from Marillion? Weltschmerz. That German pretty good, huh? And this album is his latest album. It's still sealed. I have the CD of it, so I haven't unleashed it. It came out in 2020. It came out 2 years ago. It is his swan song. It's going to be his last album he's making. He's already did his final tour, and now he's up in Scotland, and he's works on a farm. He has his own little funny farm. Grows his own vegetables, and really cool dude. He has a show on every Friday. His name is actually Derek Dick, but he goes by Fish. And he was the original singer from Marillion for their first 4 albums. But if you get a chance, give this a listen. That comes in at number, where were we? That comes in at number 8, and it's $92.31. That's brand new. And that one there is minty mint because it's sealed. Coming in at number 7, Josephus. $115. I found this up here in a little town called Hudson, North Carolina, and it was in a small little antique mall, and the lady had a bunch of records in there, and I asked her how much they were, and she says they're $2 a piece. I didn't know anything about this band, so I went ahead and grabbed it, and that's what I ended up with. Josephus. They're in Houston, Texas. They're from Houston, Texas. They're credited being the first model Texas hard rock band. This album's from 1969, and it's in excellent shape. And it was $1 or $2, and it's worth what I say. It's worth $115. But I'm not selling any of these. I'm just showing you. I'm going to keep all these, as far as I'm, as far as I know. Heart, Dreamboat Annie. I saw this at a record show here in Charlotte. And I thought to myself, why does he have $15 on this? I already had a copy of Heart, so I went ahead and sold that one. I did sell that one, and I kept this one. And this one here is worth $124.94. Dreamboat Annie. Everybody knows the album. If you don't know the album, shame. I know your name, Tony over there, and Julie and Shirley. I know. Yeah, you need to go ahead and pick this album up, get it on CD or vinyl, whatever you can find, or listen to it on Spotify. But it's their first album. Well, not their first album, but it's Dreamboat Annie anyway. It's with the girls, and it's hard rock and great music. Okay, so that was a good pickup, and that was number 6. Coming in number 5, I picked this up when I was up in Norfolk a couple years ago, seeing my daughter up there who's in the service, and went to a record store up there, and I saw this, and I couldn't get it in my arms fast enough. Celebration Day. That's when the Zepplin got back together, and it was in 2007 when they got back together on December 10th. That was my sister's birthday. And they run through the whole gambit. You get a chance, watch this on YouTube or get the DVD or Blu-ray of this show. It is incredible. They didn't miss a beat, and they got Bonham's son on there playing drums, and it's just Plant sounds great. And Page, oh my goodness, So I had to have this, and I've listened to it a few times, and it's not minty mint because I've been playing it, but it's okay because I'm not letting this thing go. There's 100 right now in discogs. It sells for a medium price of $140, and I paid around $100 for it, so it ain't worth much more than what I paid for it 2 years ago. Some depreciate, some albums go up, some go down. Other people know more about that than me. Okay, number 4, coming in ultra hot. Wish You Were Here picture disc. The original Wish You Were Here picture disc, not the reissue. And this is also signed by Roger Waters and David Gilmour. And I got this when I was living in Florida. I've owned this for probably about 25, 30 years. And the guy had a record store, and it was over in Cocoa. And I bought it from him. Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? So, this is coming in at number 4. David Gilmour and Roger Waters. Wish You Were Here, but it's the picture disc that comes in at $140.03 for a medium price, and this is in a frame. It's been in a frame forever, so it's probably worth more than that. And then with the 2 signatures, worth incredibly much more. Put that down. Careful, I gotta hang that back on the wall. Coming in at number 3, the Division Bell in blue vinyl. Found this in a record store in Orlando, and I think I paid like $35 for it. Maybe 2 years ago when I started collecting vinyl again. I saw this tour in Tampa. Me and my nephew went to the show and seen the Division Bell tour. My only time I saw Pink Floyd. And so the Pulse has kind of got a special place in my heart. Used to have a coffee mug. I used to use it all the time. You can't hardly see the outside of it anymore. I'll have to show you sometime. But now I use it to put my toothbrush in and stuff in the bathroom. So, excuse me. So Pulse. This comes in at $250. I'm sorry. Where was I? Division Bell. This comes in at $149 new. And this is not new. It's been played. So, Pink Floyd, Division Bell. Coming in at number 3. Coming in at number 2. Live at Massey Hall. I never thought I'd find a copy of this, and I found this about maybe a month ago in a Barnes & Noble bookstore down in Hickory, North Carolina, for a measly price of $25. I bring it home, I check the dead wax, and then I'm screaming in the house. My wife's saying, "What's the problem?" And I told her, I said, "Well, this album is worth $210.51. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I actually found a copy of it to begin with. And but I have the CD of it. I've had it for a long time. I love Neil Young, and I love all these performance series archives and all this analog stuff he did. So this was a real gem. Glad to have it. Coming in number 1. I think I already gave it away, but for you out there that were paying attention, how about the Pulse box set? Yep. I got this, let's see, when did I get this? I got this on a trip up here to North Carolina before I moved up here. And, man, it's awesome. If you can get a copy of it. I took the shrink off it, but I've never played it. But I have have it on CD with the blinking light, and I plan on getting the one that's been released on it's on Amazon for about $50, and it's the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray's got a blinking light. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna put that back up, and here is the for you people out there that know about Pulse. I've had this for a long time. Okay, so there you go. Those are the top 10 according to discogs. I've already blown through 11 minutes. How about I'll show you some CDs real quick. I found these 4 this week, not too many. Decade, Neil Young again. I've always wanted this, and I didn't want to get it on vinyl. I did finally found it on CD for $11, and it's mint. The CDs are real nice. The case is good. The book's in there. Everything's there. So now I can go ahead and put this up on my shelf with my rest of my Neil Young. And if I want to hear some Neil Young in my truck, I'll just bring this down the road with me. How about Moody Blues' final album, Strange Times? If you know that Moody Blues made this album in 1999, right around the millennia. And it's a great album. It's a throwback to their older material. Sunset, English Sunset is the title track. Maura Brennan, Perfect Time. And this is, Maura Brennan is the lead singer for Planted. They just did their final tour. And she makes solo albums, and they're just all great. They're Irish folk music, like Gaelic. Sometimes she sings in Gaelic. Sometimes it's... So, and her sister is Enya. So if you you ever have any music by Enya, that's Maura's sister. But the Enya wasn't in Planted. It was Maura and her brothers. And then I got this one here in the mail from eBay, Kate Bush. Everybody knows Kate Bush, Moments of Pleasure. And this has December Will Be Magic Again and Experiment 4 on it. It's a box set. And... usually goes for around $6, $7. That's about what I paid for it. It's got 4 postcards inside and the CD. So, yeah, so that's pretty cool. I got those this week. Don't forget about tomorrow. Tomorrow. Get a chance to get this. You can probably hear this on Spotify, or you can probably hear it on any of those streaming services. So, pickups. I have found a few pickups this week. I got a few in the mail, and I found a few in the antique malls and stuff. Oh, John Anderson's 3 Ships. Got this in the mail. This is his like a Christmas album. I never had it, and I have it now. And I don't think I ever owned it. I don't think I owned it the first time I had my vinyl records. This would have been out in the 80s, and this is an actual album that's hard to find. I got some VCLT this week. I got 3 albums. I already had opened them. I got 3 albums from Stoner. I wanted to go ahead and show these. Man, I appreciate it, Stoner. I've been playing these records. They sound great. And thank you very much for your VCLT. Looking forward to many more years of talking to you in the vinyl community. So I got Steely Dan's Can't Buy a Thrill on the black label. It just about completes my Steely Dan collection. I need to get the greatest hits. Procol Harum, The Grand Hotel. Another Procol Harum I didn't have. There's about maybe 4 more I'm looking for. Then I'll have the complete collection of them. Phil Collins' first solo album. I didn't have this. I have it on CD, but I didn't have it on vinyl. And I'm still missing a couple of his other later solo albums. But I found a couple of them on CD. Finding those on some of the later ones, finding them again on vinyl is going to be hard because they didn't make a lot of vinyl albums in the late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, late 80s 90s. How about these two records? Wishbone, I got a twofer here. Uriah Heep's first album and Wishbone Ass, their first album. Both of these albums are fantastic. And I've been playing them and getting into some Uriah Heep and some Wishbone Ass. So, yeah, I'm enjoying those. I got a few more here to show you. Been pretty busy this week. I got to get back at it tomorrow. I've been down for a couple days. Haven't been feeling too good. But I'm back up tonight. I'm ready to go, baby. How about Stuart Ham? Anybody out there know who Stuart Ham is? I had the CD. I've had the CD of this guy, I don't know, probably 30 years or more. I've never saw this on vinyl. I was in a antique mall with my wife last week, and there was a new guy there selling records, and he had a whole bunch of jazz. So I was going through it, and I like the more fusion jazz. A lot of people like the Coltrane and the old Miles Davis and stuff. But I go towards fusion jazz, and I always have. And I tried listening to some of the older stuff, and it just wasn't for me. I'll try it again. I'll keep going on it. Massey said it took him a while, so I'll have to keep going on that and see how I can get into all that. But Stuart Ham, he has Alan Holdsworth on here and Joe Satriani on this album. Stuart Ham is a bass player. Oh, this album's incredible. Okay, how about a twofer here? Another twofer. Phil Manzanera. Phil Manzanera's played with Pink Floyd, Roxy Music, all kinds of people. This is a primitive guitar and impossible guitar. They were $5 a piece. So I'm looking forward to listening to these. Got this one in the mail. You know, people out there, I love IQ. That's an English band. And this was a promo single of Drive On. And it's from Are You Sitting Comfortably? It's a great album. I think I showed it last week. Showed the album. Then I found this on eBay for $5. This promo, and I picked up. I love my promos. You go back in my older videos, you'll see lots of promos. Al Di Meola, Electric Rendezvous. Phil Collins is on this album. There's a bunch of people on this album. This is a great Al Di Meola album. I didn't have this one. I used to have it on CD. I probably had it on vinyl as well, and now I have it on vinyl again. So I was looking here to see about the people that are on the band. Jan Hammer's on here, and Paco de la Chia. There's Phil Collins is on here. Just all kinds of people on this album. So yeah, if you get a chance, listen to. If you like fusion jazz, you got to get you some Al Di Meola. I saw him live in Orlando with my nephew about 5 years ago now. Incredible. Just incredible how fast that man can play. And I've always been listening to Al Di Meola. He's from Jersey, I'm from Jersey. So, I always remember listening to Al Di Meola ever since I was in probably high school. So, yeah, his early albums, Land in the Midnight Sun and all them the old Casino and all them, and all the way up through. And then when he got up to doing this, and then he did stuff with Paco and John McLaughlin. I saw McLaughlin live in Connecticut by himself, just him and a guitar on stage for an hour and a half. Oh my gosh, make you want to cry while listening to him for an hour and a half. It was just incredible. He's how talented that man is, John McLaughlin. I don't have any John McLaughlin to show you tonight, but he kind of segued into that. How about this band here? Anybody out there ever heard of a band called Skywalk? Well, I have. I have 2 or 3 of their CDs, and they're another jazz outfit. Again, I've never seen this album on vinyl. This album came out in '84, so I've never seen it on vinyl. For $5, heck yeah, I'm going to pick it up because I want to hear it on vinyl rather than hear it on a CD. How about this one? People have been talking about this one forever on the VC. I never owned it. I saw it in the antique mall last week for $5. So I said, $5. It's probably got a scuff or a skip in it or something. Wishbone Ash, Argus. And the album is just beautiful. They must have mispriced it or I don't know what, but I got to go back there and see if that guy has any more records that he wants to throw out there for sale for $5. But yeah, that's a good price for that. Okay, then I found this at the same place, and Big generator. Yeah, Trevor Raven. Yes. This one's a cutout. It's a promo. And got the big hype sticker on there. It's still sealed. And he had $8 on it. And this was, I didn't have it. I have it on CD. I have all Yes albums on CD. But I didn't have it on vinyl. So I was glad to have this. And for $8, the Trevor Raven, I love all Trevor Raven solo stuff too. And I found this one there. This is a Japanese or Taiwanese pressing of Gary Yuk Bucket in the Union Gap, featuring Young Girl. And these albums are cool. This was like $3. Holy freaking moly. I guess I don't want to come out of there. I was going to show you the album. Oh, no, no. There you go. Pretty cool, huh? Whenever I see them, I pick them up. I have one of Seals and Crofts. I have one of a Neil Diamond album. I probably have 4 or 5 of these now. But they're pretty interesting. It says on here that it's Japanese, but it's not Japanese. I think I looked it up. It was Taiwanese or something. It's close, but they were close, but they didn't hit the mark totally. And then I found this 45, Ray Stevens, The Streak. This one was $1. Everybody remembers this. I remember hearing this probably in high school in the 70s. And then we had kids that used to streak through the cafeteria. Not that I would know anything about that or anything. Okay, so hope you all had a great rest of your weekend. And what Big Chief's looking for? These are the 5 albums. I just sent a list over to Patrick on some of the records I'm looking for. Maybe he'll find them for the next auction. That auction is incredible. You guys need to go. They're going to have another one in a couple weeks. Support the auction. Couple of great guys, and they do a wonderful job, best they can, getting these records out and doing the show for 4 hours, sitting there for 4 hours for the vinyl community. You got to give them a clap for that. You got to give them a Bravo Zulu, we called it in the Navy. So 5 albums I'm looking for. Here we go. About the Hatfield in the North. The album is called The Rotters Club. I have a CD of that. I want the vinyl. Happy the Man, their 3rd album. It's called Thirds, and it's called Laters, I believe, something like that. Camel's first album, I believe Camel, it's with Pete Bardens. Camel's first album was only sent to the United States. I don't think it was ever put in the United States. I think it was only in the UK that it was released. Con, Space Shanty. If anybody out there sees a copy of that album, it's with Steve Hillage from Gong, and it's his side project called Con, C-H, Con, Star Trek. Space Shanty is the name of the album. Nectar, Journey to the Center of the Eye, their first album. I need to get a copy of that. I missed out on a copy tonight of Remember the Future on the German label. I wanted that bad. I got 2 copies here. One's a promo on the Passport label, but I don't have an import of that. I used to. I love all of Nectar's albums. So, I missed that tonight in the show. I should have bid up another $5. I probably would have got it because that's on my my want list. Well, that's all I got for tonight. Y'all have a great rest of your evening, and don't forget, if you can find or listen to this album, give it a listen. If you love psych music, some of you out there probably know about this album, but there's probably a bunch of you out there that don't know about this album. So if you get a chance, give it a listen. You won't be disappointed. And I'll be back on next week. You all have a great rest of your week, and thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm closing in on 250. When I get up to 300, I'll probably do a little something. But right now, I'm sending out those packages for the end of the year experience for the next 5 months. So y'all have a great rest of your evening. Take care, and we'll see you later. God bless our troops.